Okay, good morning, everyone. Uh, my apologies. This has been something that is long overdue, but this is the long-awaited recording for the undergraduate seminar presentation that all of you students who are from the FYP group under the new subject code with the letter N at the end of your subject code. You have an additional education undergraduate seminar 1 credit hour that you need to complete as part of your requirement for graduation. Okay, so if I may clarify again, the reason why you have to do this 1 credit hour presentation is because of all of you had taken the MPU subject category U4, Global Social Responsibility, and that is worth 2 credit hours only. Whereas students from the previous cohorts or previous batches, they took the MPU subject called CSR, Corporate Social Responsibility, and that subject was worth 3 credit hours. So with now the MPU subject has been reduced from 2 credit hours from CSR to GSR. So we need to do something that is worth 1 credit hour to compensate for that difference. Okay, so we coined the idea of doing undergraduate seminar at first to be simply as the Viva presentation for your FYP. However, based on the feedback that we receive from all sides, including from students, from some of you, as well as from other stakeholders, our internal curriculum review process, our external advisors, and so on. The original idea was thought to be rather too narrow, and the term that we really emphasized was that it did not really add any value to your experience, additional value in terms of your experience and also benefit as a student. So we felt that we should expand the scope of the undergraduate seminar, not just to cover FYP, but also to cover some of the other projects that you have conducted or assignments and projects that you have completed throughout your undergraduate or bachelor's degree studies in the last 3 years. Okay, so let me continue by covering the details of what you need to do. All right, so this is an overview of what undergraduate seminar is. The course is designed to highlight the individual achievements of students through a formal academic portfolio that presents their main body of work throughout their undergraduate studies. So the keyword over there is body of work. And that body of work comprised of course, one primary aspect of your body of work is your FYP. But in addition to that would be the other main or outstanding achievements that you have noted in terms of your assignments and projects that you have done for your other courses. All right, so allow me to explain further. Now, this is the breakdown of how we will assess the undergraduate seminar grade or marks. 75% will come from the academic portfolio, which is basically a portfolio document in the form of an audio visual document or file that has between 10 to 20 slides or panels for each individual student. So as for the format of this slide or panel, it really depends on you. Of course, the most straightforward way of doing this is to use PowerPoint slides. But if you want to explore other options in the form of Canva or any other online audio-visual presentation features that you may have, then that's okay, right? It's just that we are limiting it to 10 to 20 slides or panels or images only. Okay, so the deadline for the submission of the academic portfolio is on the 27th of October 2023, which is about 1 month from now, and that is to be submitted to me via email. Okay, submit to me via email. Presentation. Now, why we still need to do presentation, even though I have indicated earlier, for those of you who had uh, come to see me or ask me personally about what we need to do for undergraduate seminar, I had indicated earlier that perhaps we can do this without presentation. It's just academic portfolio. However, again, allow me to apologize. The whole process of constructing or designing the academic portfolio or the undergraduate seminar as a whole requires some moderation and discussion. So we had to come back to the original document for the undergraduate seminar, which specifically stated that communication and presentation is the key feature or the key skills that we are looking at for the undergraduate seminar. So because of that, the presentation still needs to be done. So we would like to add a certain value to this. The presentation is to be done online. Now we have to do this online because I know a great number of you are currently doing your internship, so would not be easy for us to require all of you to come back to campus to do the presentation. So we will do this online, perhaps based on the arrangements that you can make with your individual companies that you are currently serving as part of your internship. Now, I will discuss a bit more in terms of the nature of the presentation towards the end of this briefing. Now, let's look into the academic portfolio. What do you need to put in that document? So there are three main features. Basically, the first one is personal information. This one is basically a standard kind of information that is biographical in terms of your personal information, your date of birth, your current address, your contact information, things like that. So these are things that you can put in, similar to how you put in your personal data or personal information in your resume or in your curriculum vitae or your CV. Professional summary is basically a short one paragraph summary of your current professional objectives and your current state of experience and qualification. So this is something that is pretty common, very much emphasized in CV and resume today as well, because the idea is the professional summary is some kind of an abstract of who you are as a person that if the person who is doing the hiring in the human resource department of any organization, the first thing they will look at in the first screening process would be the professional summary at the top of your CV, just below your personal data. So if your professional summary is written in such a way that it is something attractive, it is something which catches the attention of the human resource officers, then they would most likely look into further details in your CV and resume in terms of what your background and your experience and your achievements are. All right, so please, I've given these two examples or two online resources that you can refer to. The first one over there has from kickresume.com has a number of examples of professional summary. Look into those. The other reference I've given over here is from LinkedIn. This is looking into what are the most in-demand hard and soft skills that we have in the industry today. So one of the things that is good for you to add in your personal information feature for the portfolio is skills. So look into the skills that are listed or presented in the article provided on LinkedIn. The ones that you feel correspond to the skills that you have personally, list them down. That will be something that definitely would add value to your application for job positions. Okay, so this is the first one. Second one is final year project. All right, so final year project, like I said earlier, is the main assignment or project that you have done in your studies over here, in your bachelor's degree program here in SCCA-UOWM Malaysia. So because of that, it should be there, it must be there. So do not explain in detail about what are the things that you have done for your FYP. I would say the main thing that you should refer to would be your abstract, and the objectives of your research in chapter 1, and also some information from chapter 5 in relation to the findings, conclusion, and recommendations. So put in some summary highlight information into the academic portfolio. Do not, again, I repeat, do not put in details or copy and paste the entire abstract or copy and paste the entire summary of findings. Put things nicely in point form that makes it interesting, so that when people read this, they realize that, wow, you have done something great. You have done a really nice research. Then, of course, if the person who reads your academic portfolio and they feel that this is something interesting, they want to know more, perhaps they can get in touch with you or use your experience and skills with the purpose of other similar projects or research that is available that they are currently conducting in their organization. Okay, so this is something that is, like I always say, FYP is the culmination of your entire body of work throughout your undergraduate studies. So because of that, it has to be a permanent or compulsory feature in your academic portfolio. All right, so the next one that you have to do is to put in, and this is something which is a bit new. So and we really want to build this among our SCCA graduates. Put in some information, brief information of between 3 to 5 of your most outstanding final projects from your undergraduate studies. So this could be from any courses, including MPU. If you feel that your MPU final project was something really nice, you were really proud of, so you can choose them or one of them as part of the presentation here as well. But I don't think it would be nice for you to have, if it's all three is from MPU. So that would not really enhance your personal credentials, isn't it? Right, so please put in assignments or projects that really highlights your area of interest. If you're someone who is really into journalism and broadcasting, maybe put in your academic portfolio your assignments from your broadcasting and journalism subjects. Likewise, if you're someone who is into marketing, into advertising, maybe put in the assignments that you have done for courses that relates to advertising and creative strategy, creative industries, and so on. If you are or you have done maybe some work that are related or projects that are part of your diploma studies, can you put into this academic portfolio? I would not really encourage that, but if you really feel that your projects and assignments, a number of them from your diploma studies was really good, you feel it's something worthy for you to put into the academic portfolio, then go ahead. But please do not, if 3 to 5 of your selections over here, all 3 or all 5 coming from diploma, that would not be good. All right, you can mix, that's fine. But do not have like all the assignments from diploma into this portfolio. If it's all from your degree studies, that's okay, because the focus here is indeed into your degree studies, your bachelor's degree studies. But like I said, we recognize the fact that maybe there are some outstanding work that you have done at the diploma level, and that's okay. You can add in a few, but not all of them, right? Right. Now, I've also stated over here that if you are done or have completed about 70% of your internship, you can actually include internship experience as part of, as one of the 3 of the final projects that you are presenting in your academic portfolio. Okay, so internship can be an option. All right, so you can put in some information. Now, what you have to put in for each of the final project or internship, if that is the choice that you would like to make, put in the objectives of the assignment and also the impact and benefit of the assignment to yourself, and if you have interacted or worked together with a third party or with a partner, with a collaborator, then mention that also. For example, some of you may have done some really nice work in collaboration with, certain NGOs or organization for courses like GSR or creative industries and so on. So you can explain the benefits and impact not just to you as a student in terms of what you learn from this experience, the skills that you develop and so on, but also the impact and benefit onto the partner or collaborator that you have worked together with. Okay, so I hope that's clear. Now, how do we count 70%? That is just in general. I would say the whole internship is about 4 months. So if you have done about 3 months out of four, then you can do this. At what point? I would say at the point of submission. The submission is at the end of October. So if you have done 70% of your internship by that time, end of October, then you can put in the as one of the option internship experience into this achievement section or the academic project achievement section in your academic portfolio. Okay, I hope that's clear. Okay, so that is the option that you have. Now, this is optional. Now, this is like part 3A or 3.2 your achievement. This is more personal achievement that is optional. Some of you perhaps may want to, or you feel that you have certain personal achievements that you have that enhances your credentials and your potential in terms of marketability in the job market. So you may put in those things, but do not put in that many. I would say one or two will be sufficient. So this could be covering things that you have achieved and done in relation to co-curriculum activities in clubs and societies, in sports competition, in a seminar that maybe you have presented in the past. So this would be something that is outside of your body of work within the study plan or the curriculum of the program, right? So this is basically just anything outside of your studies, right? In UOW KDU. Now, clubs and societies, of course, can refer to clubs and societies within UOW. It says if you have done some work with clubs and societies like the Leo Club or any other societies within UOW, and that is something that you feel really would enhance your credentials, your reputation, and your marketability, then by all means put it over here. That will be something that would be really nice. Of course, also, like I said, you can put in other things as well. If you have participated in any singing competition, drawing competition, dancing competition, that you won something, or you represented UOW, or you represented maybe a club, or maybe your state, or even Malaysia at an international level, definitely that will be something that can be put over here as well. Okay. Now, so this is what we do for the presentation. Presentation will be done online. So we have two dates. So basically you have two options, either to present on the 3rd or the 4th of November. On the 3rd would be on Friday in the morning 9 to 11, and on the 4th also in the morning 9 to 11. Both will be online. So I would like all of you to scan this QR code to go to a Google form to indicate what is your preferred date of presentation, either Friday or Saturday, 3rd or 4th. So basically the whole process, if I may come back to the earlier slide, right? You submit 1 week before, right? You submit on 27 October, that is 1 week before the presentation. All right, so why you need to submit earlier? Because the presentation will be attended not just by me, but also by a few other senior lecturers, as well as a few invited guests from the industries, from among our alumni and also industry advisory panel members. So we would like them to, view your presentation or, view your academic portfolio before the presentation, and then observe your presentation and provide some kind of feedback on how you can improve both in terms of your portfolio and also your presentation. Remember, now this is something which I believe is a practical assignment that all of us can benefit from. For all of you, of course, this would be part of your process of preparing yourself for job applications after you have graduated or after you have completed your internship. So build your academic portfolio and carry this with you wherever you go, whenever you need to submit for job applications or independent projects or anything that requires you to present or prove your credentials or prove your experience and skills. So this is something that I believe would be really beneficial on that particular point. On our part, of course, also as the education provider and someone who have or the organization that have uh, uh, witness your growth and evolution as a person, as a student, as a professional in the communication media industry. We would very much like to collect this as part of our repertoire of records of the achievements of our students. So that will be something that we feel enhanced also in terms of our reputation as an institution. What kind of students that we have produced. These are the evidence that we can present to you. If anyone asks what is the achievement of our students, here you go. Right? You can look at all the outstanding portfolios that we have, our students have achieved throughout their studies over here. Okay, so again, I would like to remind you, please put in, yeah, please scan this document, please scan this QR code and go to the Google form and put in your preferred date of presentation. All right, so I will forward this slide to all of you so you can find this in the email. And these are the recommended references that you can refer to. Of course, there are many others that you can find on your own, but these are some examples. The last one over there, I think, yeah, all three over here are in fact examples of platforms or websites that provides templates on how you can develop your academic portfolio. So if you feel that you would like to explore different options on how to do the student portfolio, go ahead. If you want to use something which is an online platform, it's fine also, but I still need some kind of a PDF file submission that you need to submit by the 27th of October. So even if you are doing something, the career portfolio is entirely online. Try to generate a printed copy or PDF copy of the portfolio and submit that, email that to me as your submission for the academic portfolio. Okay. All right, so that will be all. Thank you very much, everyone. Again, I would like to apologize for the very slow development on conceptualizing the final version of the undergraduate seminar. Like I said, or you know also that you are the first batch of students undergoing this process of taking undergraduate seminar. So we want to try as best as we can to make this very nice. Like I said, we try to put in some added value to it instead of just a simple presentation of your FYP. So we hope that this is something that is really useful, not just for you, but also for us. And it's also something that we can use as a platform to engage with our industry partners and our alumni to get feedback on the achievements of our students and see what are the areas that we can improve for the future. Okay, so that will be all. Thank you very much, everyone. If you have any questions or any things that you would like me to clarify further, please email me personally. I'll be more than glad to entertain and clarify further all your questions that you may have. Thank you very much. All the best. I'll see you during the presentation in November, on the 3rd and 4th November later this year. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.